Elijah Ware here with LMC Varsity Sports. We have a field hockey game tonight. The Mamaroneck Tigers are hosting the Suffern Mounties. Both teams come in undefeated. Mamaroneck 3-0, Suffern 2-0-1. So it should be a good one as both teams try to stay undefeated. We have your matchup coming up next. We're here with LMC Varsity Sports, the Mamaroneck Tigers versus Suffern, and it'll be Bridget Knowles and Grace Krebs on the opening hit as Suffern takes control. And this one is stolen by Mamaroneck as Mamaroneck looks for a crease. This one is out of bounds and ruled Mamaroneck ball. As Erin Cotter looks for a seam for one of her teammates, and this one makes it through as a shot is taken, but this one is wide left, and Suffern will gain control. So the first shot from Mamaroneck misses. Suffern now has control, and this one squeezes through, but this one is poked away by Mamaroneck. But Suffern is now on the move again. And this one is ruled Suffern ball. So Suffern gains control at the center line. Suffern still in control, but this is a great play, but blown dead by the referee. But a good play by Lane Pearson as she gets the near steal. And this is a great pass as Pearson gets it across the center line. The passes it, she gets it back, and she is challenged by Julia Bashard as Mamaroneck tries to squeeze this one in, and this one hits the right side of the net. And it'll be Suffern who gains control again. 28 minutes to go here. Still early in this first half. Score still 0-0. Mamaroneck coming in at 3-0. Suffern coming in at 2-0-1. Mamaroneck being coached by John Savage and Suffern by Coach Gabby Sama. As Suffern looks for a crease, and this one is still under control by Suffern, but the referee rules Mamaroneck ball. As Mamaroneck moves the ball around, and this one is whiffed by Brissette. And she had a pretty clear lane, but she whiffed that one, and Suffern regains control. But Brissette gets the steal, and a great pass by Brissette, but this one is unable to be controlled by Cotter. So Sophie Showers gains control of the ball for her team, and Cotter tries to keep control, but she doesn't. As Suffern tries to get through the Mamaroneck defense, but to no avail as Mamaroneck regains control. And this one is out of bounds, and it'll be Suffern taking it out of bounds. And this is a good play by Bridget Knowles, who helps her team regain control, and a good pass by Erin Cotter. So Mamaroneck still searching for that crease in the Suffern defense. Suffern hanging tough, looking to keep Mamaroneck at bay, not letting them get too many clear shots on goal. And this is a pass that Cotter tries to get through, but she is unable to. So she tries to get that one through, but this one doesn't make it. And it'll be Suffern who has the ball. And this one is a pump fake. So Mamaroneck has the ball, close to scoring position, in control, but Suffern gets it out of there. But Mamaroneck gets it back. Now back to Suffern. As Harley Gold tries to get it across the center lines to get her team in scoring position, but Mamaroneck regains control, and it's Bridget Knowles with the ball in the middle of the field as she tries to get a crease for her team, and this is a near goal for Sophie Layton. So 2 good shots on goal for Mamaroneck so far, 5 minutes into this contest, as they'll continue to apply pressure, but Suffern hanging tough. Madeline Nickpon in that goal for Suffern. Samantha Maresca in that goal for Mamaroneck. She hasn't had too much action thus far. Her team playing good defense, keeping the ball on Suffern's side of the field. And this is a good steal by Sophie Layton as she tries to gain control of the ball, and she makes a good move, a great pass, and Mamaroneck still in control as they have the ball in near scoring position, but Suffern pokes it away, and a good pass attempt, but this one is too far for Krebs. But nonetheless, Suffern still on the move, and Krebs has it, but a great save by Maresca as she comes up to poke the ball away. So Suffern still in control, but now it's Mamaroneck on the move, and it's Bridget Knowles moving with the ball. And she passes it back to Carter, and Carter takes a shot, and this one is deflected and nearly in. Good attempt by Carter, and a good deflection attempt by Lane Pearson, as that was another near goal for Mamaroneck. As they continue to apply pressure, you got to think one of these goals are eventually going to go in from Mamaroneck. Good ball movement, good crisp passing, and that'll lead to more shots on goal from Mamaroneck. Suffern still looking for that first shot on goal. And this is a good play by Alex Lepore as she has control. And this is a good pass, but it's unable to be corralled. And Suffern pokes it out of there, but Mamaroneck still in control as Elizabeth Brissett has control. Both teams fighting for scoring position. And the referee blows this one dead. And this will be a corner shot, a penalty corner. This will be a penalty corner for Mamaroneck. So this is a pretty good opportunity for Mamaroneck to get some points on the board. 8 minutes into this contest. And this one is deflected up into the air and out of bounds. And it'll still be Mamaroneck ball. That Suffern sets up their defense. So it'll be Caitlin Rogoff. Now Brissett with the ball at the center. And she makes a good pass to the cutting teammate, and this one nearly sneaks in, and another shot, and the score. A score from Mamaroneck. And it looks like Alex Lepore with the goal off the great pass from Brissett, and Mamaroneck strikes first. 8 minutes and 52 seconds into this contest.
Let's go, Tigers! Nice job, kids.
So it's Suffern with the hit after the Mamaroneck goal by Lepore. And it's 1-0 Mamaroneck as they are still in control. Another good pass to the center, but this one is poked out by Suffern. Now Suffern is on the move, looking to gain some momentum. But a good play by Sophie Showers as she pokes the ball away to stop the Suffern attack. So a good pass by Frascone to Krebs as Krebs tries to keep control of the ball for her team. Now it's Conklin. And Conklin tries to squeeze it through to get her team in scoring position to no avail. And Mamaroneck is on the move once again. So Mamaroneck is on the move. Suffern has control of the ball, but still on their side of the field. And now it's Mamaroneck. Bridget Knowles. Brissett down the center. She takes a shot, and this one is blocked by Nick Pond. A great save by Nick Pond to prevent Mamaroneck going up 2-0 early in this contest. So, girls field hockey, 30-minute halves. As Cotter tries to gain control of the ball. And she'll keep control as she has the ball in scoring position. Tries to get it to one of her teammates for a deflection, but this one is poked out by Suffern. Good play by Bashark. To keep Mamaroneck away from another scoring opportunity. But a good move by Cotter as she tries to wither her way through the Suffern defense. And this one is corralled by Brissett. And now Suffern is on the move. Brianna Kelly, as she passes it up to no one in particular. And Caroline Allen regains control for her team. It looks like Lepore with the ball. Alex Lepore looking for a crease. And this is a good move by Kyra Bauer as she slid it between the legs of the defender. But the play was blown dead, and now it's Mamaroneck on the move once again. And it's Knowles as she tries to slide it in, but this one is another save for Nick Pond. So Mamaroneck still in control with a 1-0 lead. 12.5 minutes into this contest. Mamaroneck boasting a 3-0 record. Suffern undefeated as well. 2 wins, no losses, 1 tie. And this one is nearly deflected in, but poked away by Suffern, and they are on the move. And this one is whiffed. And a good play by LeBeau as she slows down the Suffern attack for the Tigers. And this is a timeout called by Coach Sama for Suffern. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. So after the timeout, it'll be Suffern with control of the ball. Mamaroneck still up 1-0 with 16 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the first half. Maria Frascone making the pass, and this one is nearly stolen by Mamaroneck. And this one squirts through, but it's controlled by Allen. But Suffern regains control, and this is a shot and nearly a deflection, but too far for Suffern. And Mamaroneck will regain control. So a good attempt by Suffern to try and get some points on the board. But that was a missed opportunity. And now it's Mamaroneck on the attack once again. And this one is still under control by Mamaroneck, and a good pass by Bridget Knowles. And she demonstrated some good patience on that play. And this is Lane Pearson up the sideline, looking to find an angle to pass to one of her teammates, but this one is deflected by Maria Frascone. Out of bounds, but it'll still be Mamaroneck ball. So Erin Carter looking to make a pass, and a good move by Carter as she snuck past one defender, but it's stolen. And it's now Mamaroneck still in control. And a good pass, and this one is a near shot attempt for Mamaroneck. Great pass by Lane Pearson, but no one able to corral that one for a good shot. So it's Suffern on the move. It's McNally, and this one is poked away by Showers, and it's now Carter in control. She passes it up to Knowles. Knowles passes it to Pearson, and this one is poked away by Suffern, but Mamaroneck's still in good shape right now, and this one is whistled dead, and it's out of bounds, and it'll be Suffern ball as McNally makes the pass. And this one squirts through the Mamaroneck defense, and it'll still be Suffern in control of the ball. Maria Frascone looking to make the pass, and she tries to squirt it through the Mamaroneck defense, and Bridget Knowles weaves her way through and makes a good pass up to Pearson, but Pearson can't corral it, and this one sails out of bounds. It'll be Suffern ball. So this one is nearly squirts through, but Mamaroneck gets the steal, and it's Alex Lepore passing it, and this is a good pass and a great shot and a goal for the Tigers. They go up 2-0. And it looks like Elizabeth Brissett with the goal. And the Tigers take a 2-0 lead, 13:22 to go in the first half. The Tigers displaying great passing, great teamwork, and great defense on their way to this early 2-0 lead over the Monties. So Mamaroneck in control of the ball after the goal from Brissett. And it's now Suffern, seemingly playing with a little more urgency, being down 2-0. But nonetheless, Mamaroneck still with the ball, and this one is whistled Suffern ball. And this one is stolen by Brissett. They're giving right back, and it's Suffern in control. But a good play from Mamaroneck, but the referee whistles Suffern ball, and it's Suffern on the move. As this one squirts through the Mamaroneck defense, this is as close as Suffern's got to the goal in about 5 minutes. And this one sails wide right. and it'll be Mamaroneck ball. So this one is controlled by Suffern. Suffern has the ball in the middle of the field, looking for an angle to get a good shot on goal, maybe a deflection, something to get some points on the board to stay in this game. As we all know, Mamaroneck field hockey is usually one of the elite in the section, if not the state. As Aaron Carter has the ball going up the sideline, looking for an angle to pass to one of her teammates. She finds one, and this is a good chance and a good save. Great save from Nick Pond. Madeline Nick Pond playing a superb game thus far. Multiple saves, although she's given up 2 goals. She's had multiple saves with pressure being applied a lot of the evening. So it's Mamaroneck taking the ball out on the side. Looks like Caitlin Rogoff making the pass. As she regains control, makes the pass up, and this one squirts through the defense. And this one is controlled by Carter, and she makes a good move to free herself. She gets this one to go through, and Mamaroneck has another chance here to score. And this will be a penalty corner for the Tigers. With 10 minutes left to go in the first half, here's another opportunity for Mamaroneck to expand on their lead. So this one is controlled by Carter. She passes it back, and this one nearly squirts through. And Carter's still in control, but this one is... So it's still Mamaroneck in control. This one is passed to Knowles in the corner, deflected by Suffern as Knowles regains control. This one is passed to the middle, looking for that crease, hoping the ball will squirt through to get another good shot on goal. And this one is determined Mamaroneck ball as Aaron Carter makes a good pass to the center for a team, but this one is poked away by Suffern. Carter regains control. And this one is ruled Suffern ball. And this one sails all the way down to the Mamaroneck goalie, Samantha Maresca, as she gains control for her team as Mamaroneck looks to get back on the attack. Carter gets the deflection. Good pass to Pearson. This one is deflected by Suffern as Mamaroneck is all over the field, constantly applying pressure on the Suffern defense, looking for passing angles, weaving their way through the defense. And this one is shot by Carter, trying to get the ball in scoring position, but this one is deflected by Suffern and is ruled Suffern ball by the referee as Mamaroneck sets up their defense. And a great deflection by Pearson as Lepore helps gain control for her team, and it's now Pearson looking to make a pass back to the center, and she gets it through. And this one is passed by Brissett. And the ball is getting close to going in, and this is a great save by Nick Pond as Mamaroneck continues to apply pressure on the Suffern defense, being up 2-0 with 7:30 left to go in this first half. So Mamaroneck's still in control of the ball as this one squirts through, with no one able to deflect it. And this is a deflection, and the referee rules it's Mamaroneck's ball. Aaron Carter makes a pass to the center, and this is a great pass and a goal. This time, it looks like Alex Lepore with another goal, her second of the game. And Mamaroneck takes a 3-0 lead with 6:54 left to go in this first half. So the pressure constantly being applied by Mamaroneck pays off again. They expand their lead.
Total confidence. You need the confidence.
As Suffern desperately looks for a crease in the Mamaroneck defense. But it's tough as Mamaroneck is very disciplined. So this one squirts back to the defense of Mamaroneck. And they're once again on the move. A good pass up to Pearson. Pearson on the move down the left sideline. It's now Alex Lepore with the ball. She makes a pass to the center. This one squirts through as Bridget Knowles passes it to Aaron Carter. And this one hits Carter's shoulder, and it's ruled Suffern ball with 6 minutes left to go in this first half. So this is a good pass down the field. Suffern relieving themselves of the Mamaroneck pressure. And it's now Mamaroneck on the attack again. They have control of the ball. It'll be Sophia Kirstholt with the ball. And this one is ruled Mamaroneck ball as they continue action. And this one is up to Knowles, or poked away by Suffern. As Knowles looks to pass it to one of her teammates. And Knowles makes a great move down the sideline, passes it towards the center, and a great pass. And it's Lepore with the ball. She already has 2 goals. But this one is stopped by Suffern. A good play by Linehan. As Mamaroneck regains control of the ball. Great pass down the sideline. Carter tries to corral it. And Suffern still in control, but a great steal by Brissett. It's now Aaron Carter. She has the ball going down the sideline. She makes a pass, tries to make a pass to the center, but a great deflection by Frascone. As Carter tries to get the ball, but this one sails out of bounds, and it'll be Suffern who regains control. So Suffern was controlled. Frascone makes the pass to the center. Mamaroneck's defense still swarming the ball. This one sails down the left sideline. Kaufman down the sideline, trying to gain control for her team, but a good play by Abby Troy, slowing down the Suffern attack. And this one is deflected by Carter. And this one is passed to Bridget Knowles as she showcases her weaving ability and her speed. Gets it back across the center line with Mamaroneck in control. It's now Brissett trying to weave her way through the Suffern defense. Pearson makes a pass back to Brissett. Brissett with great ball control as she passes it to Carter. Carter whiffs it. It would have been a great pass to the center. Nonetheless, she regains control. Makes a couple moves, a great move by Carter, a great pass, and this one is not able to be controlled by her teammates, but a great sequence by Carter as she showcased some good dribbling ability. So it's now Suffern back in control of the ball, looking to find a crease in the Mamaroneck defense, to no avail. It's now Mamaroneck looking to find a crease of their own. Once again, Elizabeth Brissett up to Bridget Knowles. Bridget Knowles makes a good pass to Pearson. Pearson unable to control it. but it's still Mamaroneck ball as it's Carter in control. She makes a pass, a good pass, finds the lane, and it's Lepore once again. Number 8, Alex Lepore, 3 goals in the first half of this contest. And it's the Mamaroneck Tigers taking a 4-0 lead with 2:13 left to go in this first half. So the great passing from the Tigers leads to another Lepore goal, a hat trick for her, and a 4-0 lead for the Tigers. And the Tigers continue to apply pressure. It's now Pearson with the ball in the center. She passes it up to Lepore. Lepore with the ball on the left side as the Tigers are still in control. And this one is passed to the center. Abby Troy, control of the ball. Aaron Carter makes another good pass to Brissett to the center, and this is another near goal. But the pressure of Mamaroneck is obviously overwhelming Suffern as they've scored 4 goals in this first half thus far. Rule Suffern ball by the referee. Suffern desperately looks for a crease in the Mamaroneck defense. Once again, Mamaroneck regains control of the ball. This one is passed up to Lepore. And this one is ruled Mamaroneck ball. And she makes the pass to the center. Passed out to Carter. Carter gains control of the ball, makes another pass to the center. Looking to get the ball in the scoring area. And we have another penalty corner and another scoring opportunity for the Tigers with time winding down in this first half. So Mamaroneck with 10 seconds. There may be some continuation going on. And it's Carter with control as the horn sounds, but there's continuation and they get another chance to score, but this one sails out of bounds, wide right. Another scoring attempt from Mamaroneck would have been 5-0, but they'll go into halftime with a 4-0 lead over the Mounties. 3 goals from Lepore in the first half. We'll be back for the second half with LMC Varsity Sports. Back here for the second half, 30 minutes on the clock. Mamaroneck up 4-0 over the Suffern Mounties. Alex Lepore with 3 first half goals. And it's Suffern who takes control off the hit as they look to get back into this game. Mamaroneck applying constant pressure, playing hellified defense. And Suffern is looking for a crease, and this one is stolen by Knowles as she weaves her way through the Suffern defense, very under control. As Suffern has the ball, but Mamaroneck tries to regain control, and this one is ruled Mamaroneck ball. And it's Carter working her way up the field as she looks for a lane or a passing angle to one of her teammates. As she harasses the Suffern player, gets the ball back, makes a pass down the field, and this one will sail wide right, out of bounds, and Suffern ball. So Suffern struggled in the first half, getting any real offensive flow going. Mamaroneck playing very intense defense all over the field. Offensively, Mamaroneck moved the ball very well, which led to great passing angles and great deflections, which ultimately led to 4 goals. And it's now Suffern's trying to get something going, but this one is corralled by Mamaroneck, and it's Pearson on the right side with the ball. And she still has control, works her way up the sideline, looking for a pass back to the center, but this one will sail out of bounds, and it will still be Mamaroneck with control of the ball. So it'll be Erin Carter on the hit. And she makes a great pass to Pearson. Pearson whiffs it. And this one is ruled Suffern ball. And a great steal. And it's Lepore who makes a pass to the center to Knowles. And this one is stolen by Suffern as they are on the attack, looking to get something going. Being down 4-0 to start this second half.
Yeah.
And this one is stopped by Mamaroneck, but still ruled Suffern ball, so they have the ball in Mamaroneck territory, trying to get in the scoring position. And this one is poked away by Mamaroneck. But Suffern regains control. This one is passed to the middle, but wide left. As Mamaroneck's defense has held steady all evening. Samantha Maresca in that goal for the Tigers. She hasn't had too much action here today, as Knowles passes it up to Layton. Knowles regains control, looks for a passing angle as she tries to weave her way through the Suffern defense, and a good pass by Knowles, and another good pass as they try to get it into the scoring area. But this one is stopped by Suffern. Although Suffern is down 4-0, Madeline Nickpon has made some spectacular saves in this game. So it's Caroline Allen who tries to hawk this one down, but it's controlled by Kim Kaufman down the sideline. She looks for a lane, passes it to the center. This one is a good scoring opportunity for Suffern, but this one sails out of bounds, and it'll be Mamaroneck who regains control of the ball. So that was one of the better scoring opportunities for Suffern. They come away with nothing, and it'll be Mamaroneck back on the attack. And this is a timeout called by Coach John Savage as he wants to talk things over with his team. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. So after the near goal from Suffern, Coach Savage called a timeout, wanted to get things straight with his team to make sure they're staying under control and staying disciplined. And it's now Mamaroneck on the attack. And it's Sophie Layton as she tries to get it up the sideline, but a good steal from Suffern's Kate McNally as she regains control for her team, with the Mounties being down 4-0 in this contest. Suffern is looking for anything to give them a spark and try to get some momentum going in this game. But the Mamaroneck defense holds up once again, and this one is pushed out of bounds by Caroline Allen as she slows things down for her defense. And Suffern will attempt to set up once again with McNally taking the ball out of bounds. So McNally gets the ball in, and this is a great steal by Mamaroneck. as Layton gets the steal, but Suffern is still in control. But another steal, this time by Cotter, as Layton gets the ball. As Allen so Suffern with the striking attempt, and this one is kicked out of there. The first action Mareska has seen all day. So Mareska kicks that one out of there to keep the Mounties at bay and keep the game at 4-0. So this one is controlled by Suffern. Suffern on the move, trying to get the ball in scoring position. They have it in the scoring area, and this one is blown dead, and it'll be a penalty corner for the Mounties. This will be the best opportunity that the Mounties have had all evening in getting some points on the board. With 22 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this second half, the Mounties are running out of time if they want to get back in this game. So, and a good play by Mamaroneck, but it will be another penalty corner for the Mounties, and another opportunity for them to score. So this one is passed in, and this is a shot taken and a near chance for a deflection, but Mamaroneck comes away safe. And this one is out of bounds and ruled Suffern ball. So Suffern still on the attack and still knocking on the doorstep, trying to get that first goal of the evening. And this one is kicked out of there by Samantha Mareska, and she gets another save and keeps it 4-0 for the Tigers. And the referee rules another penalty corner for the Mounties.
Let's go, Tigers!
As the Mounties are still searching for that first goal against the tenacious Mamaroneck defense, and this one is passed in, and this one is pushed in, and there's the first goal for the Mounties. I'm not sure who it was, but the Mounties get the first goal, thinking it was Kim Kaufman on the goal. As the Mounties get a little closer, chipping away at this Mamaroneck lead. It's now 4-1 with 21 minutes left to go in the second half. Time is not on the Mountie side, as Mamaroneck weaves their way through the defense. Some nifty moves, looks like from Brissett, as she tries to weave her way through the Suffern defense. It'll be Suffern in control of the ball. And it's a whiff, and it's ruled Mamaroneck ball. So Mamaroneck with the ball in good position is Cotter, and she looks for a seam in the defense, and this one is passed in by Brissett, and it'll be Lane Pearson who retains the ball, passes out to Cotter, and Mamaroneck will reset their offense. So Cotter with the ball in the center at the top. And a good steal from Suffern as they are back on the move. This one is passed ahead. And it's Suffern still in control, but Mamaroneck's defense is still swarming, getting back as quick as they can. But it's Suffern still with the ball, down 4-1.
Go, Alex!
And it's Suffern still with the ball, in control. But this one is controlled by Suffern. But a great deflection from Bridget Knowles as she takes it up the sideline.
And she's looking for a passing angle to one of her teammates as she weaves her way. And this one is ruled Mamaroneck ball. As Bridget Knowles makes a miraculous defensive play, takes it up the sideline, and forces a penalty corner for her team. So Mamaroneck up 4-1, 19 minutes left to go in this ball game, with another opportunity to expand their lead. And this one is deflected, but ruled Mamaroneck ball. They still have the ball in scoring position. It'll be another penalty corner as the Mounties look to keep the Tigers at bay. And this one is passed in. And a shot by Carter as she tries to get it in. This one is kicked out by Nick Pond. Another good save from Nick Pond. As the Suffern defense has held steady so far this second half. And this one slides through, another save from Nick Pond. But it's the Tigers still in control with the ball on the Suffern side of the field. Looking for that 5th goal. And it's Carter with a great pass. And this one is almost controlled by Lepore, as she's been the most dangerous on the field today. And this is a great play by Knowles as she makes a pass to the center, and a shot is deflected, and this is ruled Suffern ball as Carter whiffs on that shot. And Suffern regains control. And this is a good play by Knowles, as she's been playing spectacular defense all evening. And it's Suffern who has the ball near the center line. Looking to find a seam in the Mamaroneck defense. And this one will be controlled by Sophie Showers. And it's Suffern showing some effort with the ball on the Mamaroneck side. But it's another great play from Bridget Knowles. Go, Alex!
As she has been a ball hawk all evening. And this one is controlled by Caroline Allen, but it's ruled Suffern ball, and Suffern passing to the middle. And this one is controlled by Kirstholt, and is Bridget Knowles again making another good dribble move, getting through the Suffern defense, playing strong. And it's now Rogoff making a great pass as this one slips through, but no one able to corral it. And it'll be Suffern ball. So Suffern with the ball, looking to keep in striking distance with time ticking in this contest. 15 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. This one is passed in by Carter as Knowles tries to control the ball, but it's Suffern with the ball. And this one is passed up to Krebs as she tries to get it through the defense. Suffern still in control. And this one is controlled by Mamaroneck. It's now Knowles with the ball. She changes direction, makes a pass up to Pearson. Lane Pearson looking to get it through the Suffern defense. And this is a big mistake by Suffern. And it's now Knowles in the center with control of the ball.
But this is a good play from Suffern. McNally with a good defensive play, but it's Mamaroneck who regains control of the ball, trying to get it back across the center line in scoring position. And a good play by Carter, keeping the ball in enemy territory, looking to get that 5th goal is the Tigers. And this one is ruled Mamaroneck ball by the referee, as they look to expand upon their lead and improve their record to 4-0. And this one is a near scoring opportunity for the Tigers, as they still have control of the ball. And this one nearly slips through, and the referee blows it dead. And this will be a penalty corner for the Tigers with 13 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in this second half. So it'll be Pearson on the penalty corner, passing into her team. This one is passed in to Carter, as Carter makes a good pass to Brissett. And Carter tries to slide it back in, and the ball is wiggling around near the goal, and this one is saved by Suffern, and Suffern will be back on the attack. Some good goalkeeping by Nickpon, as she continues to shut out the Mamaroneck offense in this second half. So 4-1, Tigers leading. 12:45 left to go in this game. Mamaroneck looking to get another goal to expand on this lead and leave comfortably with the victory. But Suffern has been fighting so far this second half. And this one is nearly slid in by Pearson. But it's Suffern on the attack. Another good save from Nickpon. So Suffern on the attack. Kim Kaufman with the ball. And it's Mamaroneck who regains control, looking to get the ball across the center line. And this one goes out of bounds. Another timeout called by Coach Savage. Mamaroneck leading 4-1 with 11:57 left to go in this game. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. Back here with LMC Varsity Sports. 11:57 left to go in this ball game. The Mamaroneck Tigers leading 4-1 after the timeout from Coach Savage. And it'll be the Tigers with control of the ball as they look to get on the attack and try and get some more points on the board. They played a very disciplined game defensively thus far. But a good second half from Suffern has kept them in the game, being down just 4-1 after being down 4-0 at the end of the first half. And this is Carter on the shot, and this one sails wide right and out of bounds. She looked for a pass to her teammates, maybe get a deflection or something. And this one is hit by Suffern, looking to get it across the center line and in scoring position. And it'll be Suffern who takes the ball out. Kelsey Conklin with the ball. And she makes a good pass to the center. And this one squirts through, but Mamaroneck regains control. And it'll be Bridget Knowles making a good pass. And it's Alex Lepore who slips and falls and loses possession of the ball. So with 10:15 left to go in the first half, both teams playing superb defense. And good goalkeeping from both teams as Suffern is on the attack, looking to get it, and this one squirts through, but this one is wide right, and it'll be Mamaroneck ball. And another timeout called. I believe it's Coach Savage calling another timeout. We'll take a break while they talk things over. Back here with LMC Varsity Sports. 9:44 left to go in this game as the Tigers look to finish this game on top. But Suffern has not gone away in this second half. And this one is passed up to Pearson as she tries to get control. And this one is controlled by Mamaroneck down the right side, looking for a pass to the middle. And this one is passed and in the scoring area, but ruled another penalty corner for the Tigers. So another chance for the Tigers to tack some more points on the board. Already up 4-1 with 9 minutes left to go in this ball game. Both teams playing tough defensively the second half. And this one is controlled by Mamaroneck as they have the ball in enemy territory looking to score. But this is ruled Suffern ball, and they'll be back on the attack, trying to get the ball past the center line and into the scoring area. But this one is stolen by Cotter. Pass to Knowles, and a good pass from Knowles, and a pass to the middle. And this is a good opportunity for the Tigers, but they come away with nothing as the Suffern defense has held tight here in this second half, holding the Tigers to 0 goals after 4 first half goals.
Let's go, Tigers!
So it'll be Cotter taking the ball out for a team, looking for a seam in the defense, and this one squirts through to Knowles, and this one is ruled another penalty corner for the Tigers. They've yet to capitalize on one of these penalty corners here in the second half. As time is ticking on Suffern, and it's the Tigers looking to expand their lead and come away with a comfortable victory. And this one is shot and missed. Another good save from Nick Pond, as she's played superb all game long, especially here in the second half. So it's Suffern on the attack. Pearson passes it to Cotter. Cotter can't control it, and this one sails across the center line as Mamaroneck tries to get it back across, and they do. So Aaron Cotter in control of the ball. She tries to make a pass through the Suffern defense. This one is controlled by Brissett. Over to Pearson, and this one is hit out of bounds by Suffern. And it'll be Mamaroneck ball. Cotter passing the ball to the middle. And this will be another penalty corner for the Tigers. 6 minutes left to go in this contest. The Tigers still in control. It's been a very competitive second half. Both teams fighting. Suffering not going away after having a dismal first half. And this one is Leighton. She looks to make a move and get in scoring position for her team. She makes a pass, but this one is kicked out of there by Nick Pond, still in control by Leighton. But it's ruled Suffern ball, as the Mounties have not given up anything here in this second half. Mamaroneck in the first half, was moving the ball pretty well, making good, crisp passes. But you got to give credit to the Suffern defense. They've been very disruptive and have been playing very intense defense this second half. So this one is controlled by Mamaroneck. It's Allen. She passes up to Layton. Layton has it stolen away by Kaufman, as Kaufman applies pressure after pressure. And this one squirts through the Mamaroneck defense. And it's Suffern trying to get the ball back in scoring position. And it's Suffern who regains possession and gets it on the attack. So this one is passed to the middle, but a good play. This is Allen, and it's now Alex Lepore. And she already has a hat trick in this game. All three of her goals coming in the first half. And it's Layton in the scrum looking to get the ball across, and it's now Bridget Knowles. It's back across the center line for the Mounties. And it's now Cotter on the right sideline looking to get the ball up the field and in scoring position, but this one will sail out of bounds. And with 3.5 minutes left to go, it's Suffern back on the attack. So Julia Bashark tries to squirt the ball through the Mamaroneck defense. Mamaroneck gains control. It's Lane Pearson up the right sideline, trying to find an angle to pass to her teammates. And this is ruled a penalty corner for the Tigers. With 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, things are starting to look bleak for the Suffern comeback attempt, as the Tigers defense is held stout after giving up 1 goal early in the second half. So this one is passed in, and it's Pearson in control. She makes a good pass as the ball squirts around in the scoring area, and this one sails behind the net, out of bounds, and it'll be Suffern. It'll be Mamaroneck with another penalty corner. It'll be Lane Pearson passing the ball in for a team,
Let's go, Tigers, do it.
as they look to try and keep control of the ball and keep it out of the hands of the Suffern attack. This one is passed to Cotter. This is Pearson on the shot, and a good scoring attempt or opportunity for the Tigers. But once again, Nick Pong in that goal, good presence in there, along with their teammates, have had a great defensive presence here in the second half. And this one is taken by Bridget Knowles, as she passes the ball in to Brissett. And this is ruled Suffern ball, with Cotter passing the ball into her team, and this one sails past the net and out of bounds with 1 minute left to go. Looks like Mamaroneck's gonna come away with the victory. Still up 4-1. With time ticking on Suffern. Looks like this one is decided with 40 seconds and counting, as Cotter gets it across the center line. Pearson trying to get it up the sideline. This one is ruled Suffern ball, as they'll have one more opportunity for an attack, but it's stolen by Cotter, and she whips the ball out of bounds, and time will continue to tick. with 11 seconds left. Mamaroneck is going to come away with the victory, 4-1. We have a post-game show coming up. I'll be talking to Coach Savage. Mamaroneck has a game coming up on Saturday against Lakeland. So a good performance from the Tigers, a good fight from both teams as they clear the benches and go to their respective sides. 4-1 Tigers win. I'm Elijah Ware with LMC Varsity Sports. We'll be right back with your post-game show.
Elijah Ware here with Alex Lepore. Alex, you scored 3 goals on the evening. And is this your first hat trick? How do you feel?
I feel pretty good, but as a team, I think we played really strong, and every single goal is everyone on the field. So I think we came out with a lot of intensity, and it proved in the first half.
So you guys have Lakeland coming up on Saturday. How are you ladies going to get prepared for that?
We come to practice every day with all energy, and we're really excited and looking forward to play them.
Elijah Ware here with Coach Savage after the 4-1 victory for the Tigers. Coach, how do you feel about the victory? How do you feel about the second half and being shut out? And how are you guys going to get better?
Well, the victory is always nice. I mean, even an ugly victory is a nice victory. It helps you. Very, very disappointed in the second half. We played excellent field hockey in the first half. We dominated, we got shots, we finished plays, people were in the right spots, everything went right. We talked about second half, how this game wasn't over, and they needed to pick it up and play even better, and it didn't happen. And a variety of reasons, people out of position, people nonchalantly going after the ball, looking up at the scoreboard and seeing a 4-goal lead, they figured the game was over. Suffern figured, no, there's 30 more minutes, and they went out there and they were delighted that they scored 1 against us. They shouldn't have scored any against us. That's our goal, to shut out people. And once again, people were in the wrong spots. People didn't step up, and they took advantage. And it's really sad that we have varsity players who are seniors and juniors who follow instructions for one half and then totally, as a team, are in the wrong spots, the wrong hesitating, waiting for them to do something instead of dominating them first. So I'm very disappointed with that second half, and that's how it's been all year long. Fortunately, this time we had a very good first half. We usually don't have a very good first half, and then it's a battle. But it's a learning process, and a win is a win is a win.
So a big game coming up on Saturday against Lakeland. And that's a good opponent, and you guys are gonna come into that game with a good mindset. So how are you gonna get your team prepared to beat Lakeland?
We first have to get prepared to play Clarkstown North, who's rated number 5 in the section, and we're number 2. So I'm not even thinking about Lakeland right now. We have a very good Clarkstown North team on Thursday that we go to their place. So Lakeland is not even in my mind. When we take care of business, hopefully on Thursday, then we'll start talking about what we need to do. Whether it's Lakeland, Clarkstown North, Rye, if we play like we played in that second half, anybody can beat us. If we played like we played in the first half, we can beat anybody, and that's just the bottom line. So girls, decide what you want to do. That's the only thing I can tell them.
Hello everyone, the Mamaroneck Tigers come away with a 4-1 victory over the Suffern Mounties. Alex Lepore with 3 goals on the evening, and Mamaroneck improves to 4-0, while the Mounties fall down to 2-1-1. Next, the Tigers will face Lakeland this Saturday in a big matchup between 2 good teams. I'm Elijah Ware with LMC Varsity Sports. Have a good evening, everyone.